here's the easiest way to add resource holidays to Microsoft Project. To get the most out of the video, the best way for you to learn is to do what I'm showing on screen. To master how to use Microsoft Project, make sure you download my free cheat sheet to go from beginner to pro at alvinthepm.com/project guide. But first, we have to set up your settings correctly in your software. Don't be like me who incorrectly set up my phone because I used the wrong password multiple times. And then I got locked out of my own phone. And then it became this gigantic paperweight that I couldn't even use. So when you're using Microsoft Project, move your mouse to the very bottom panel where it says New Tasks, and make sure that this option is configured to be auto-scheduled. That way, your durations and the tasks in your schedule are automatically calculated by Microsoft Project. If it's not set up that way, then you'll have to manually schedule and up the tasks dates, which, let's be real here, it can be such a huge pain when you're working on a very large, complex project. Next thing, we need to confirm what calendar your project is using. To do that in one easy step, move your mouse to the top ribbon and click on Project tab. Select the button for project information that's inside the properties panel at the very top. This pop-up window will show the start and the finish dates of your project. Most importantly, it will tell you the type of calendar the project is using. For our example, we're using a standard calendar. If you open up the drop-down menu here, you have 3 options you can pick: 24 hours, night shift, or standard. All activities in your project typically follow the standard calendar, so that's the one that we'll use since the people on our project will not be working 24 hours a day. At least I don't either, and they will not be working a night shift. Let's click OK, and let me show you something on the Gantt chart that you must absolutely know to manage your project timeline. As you scroll left and right on your Gantt chart, you'll notice that there are these gray vertical bars. These gray bars, they represent the non-working days where you're not working on your project. Currently, our non-working days are set to Saturday and Sunday. When we change this later in the video to include our holidays, you'll see other gray vertical bars appear as well. Just something to keep in mind. On my screen, here's my example project of a DIY doghouse. We're starting the project on November 13 with a planned finish date of January 9. I want you to make a mental note that currently our project's planned finish date is January 9. We haven't inputted any holiday dates yet, so please make a mental note of this because you'll see how much our project's finish date changes after we incorporate our holidays and our team's paid time off. Our project plan is divided into 6 phases of initiation, design, material preparation, construction, and testing of the house, and lastly, finishing of the final house. Pro tip from me, whenever you're reviewing your project plan, make sure to think about what holidays might coincide with your activities. Here in the United States, the public holidays are Thanksgiving, or towards the end of November, Christmas on December 25, and New Year's Day on January 1. In our project, we can see that actually several tasks are scheduled which will take place during these holidays. It's not a bad thing, it's gonna happen regardless, and we need to update our plan accordingly. So I'll highlight them in red so they stand out. Define layout and draft design, they take place during Thanksgiving. Second, adding walls to the platform as part of constructing the house, that takes place during Christmas. And lastly, adding the roof to the house takes place on New Year's Day. So we'll have to update our plan to incorporate these public holidays as well as any possible resource holidays that our team will be taking for paid time off to reflect a more realistic schedule. By the way, I'm currently using Gantt chart mode with entry view. Let me show you the resources that I've assigned to this project. To do that, move your mouse to the leftmost panel, right-click it, and select Resource Sheet. The team members on our project are Michael Scott, Jim Halpert, and Dwight Schrute, who are all working according to a standard calendar, as you can see under the base column in the far right. And if you couldn't guess, we're working with the best talent from the show called The Office. I mean, we need Dwight. He was promoted from assistant to the regional manager to assistant regional manager. I mean, come on now. Now, this is where the fun stuff begins. We're going to first add the public holidays to our standard working calendar. To do this, move your mouse to the project tab in the top ribbon and click on the button for change working time that's inside the properties panel. This is where you can define when team members are taking time off, And you can also change the working hours for your entire project or for specific resources. In the for calendar dropdown, you can see the 3 calendar types that we talked about earlier. So you have 24 hours, night shift, and standard. Remember that standard is the project calendar that we're using. And underneath the 3 main calendars are the calendars for each of our team members. So Michael Scott, Jim Halpert, and Dwight Schrute. In the legend and the calendar view that's right underneath the calendar drop-down menu, any date that has a white background color is a working day, while any date that has a gray colored background is non-working. And you can see that only our Saturdays and our Sundays are non-working as we scroll through the calendar. To add our public holidays to the calendar, we'll input them into the exceptions tab that's found at the very bottom. To add the Thanksgiving public holiday, first select the date for November 27 on the calendar, and then move your mouse and double click on the first line in the exceptions tab and type in Thanksgiving and then press enter. Because you already selected the date on the calendar, it auto-populates the date into the start and finish columns. Let's say that the company also gives Black Friday as an official time off on November 28. So click on the drop-down arrow on the right to have the calendar appear and then select the 28th. If you click around in the calendar and then you click back on November 27 and 28 on the right panel, it shows that both days are non-working. Let's repeat the same step and let's add in the public holiday for Christmas. In the calendar, click on the down arrow to go to the month for December and left click on the date for December 25. Then move your mouse to line 2 in the exceptions window and type in Christmas and afterwards press enter. Let's add in the public holiday for New Year's by selecting the date for January 1. And then entering in New Year into the exceptions window and pressing enter. So now we have the 3 public holidays that will be taking place during our project. Also, don't forget to smash that like button if you're getting value out of this so far. But something's wrong here. Can you guess what we're still missing? We still need to enter in the paid time off that our team members are taking off during these 3 holidays. Let's say that Michael Scott is taking 2 weeks off from November 24 to December 5. And he's really excited about it. Here's how to add it in. Under the for calendar drop-down menu, let's pick the option for Michael. And in the calendar, let's find the date for the end of November. And the date that we'll pick is Monday, November 24. Under the name column in the exceptions panel, let's type in Michael Thanksgiving PTO for his upcoming paid vacation and then press enter. We'll need to update the finish date so that his PTO ends on December 5. So click on the drop-down arrow on the right here and pick the date for Friday, December 5. To save the holidays that you've entered in, click on the OK button at the bottom. Make sure you click on OK so that it saves all the work that you just did. And you'll immediately see that the dates have changed to accommodate the holidays that we've inputted so far. For the task assigned to Michael Scott for define layout, it's now been pushed back to complete on Thursday, December 11, since Michael is taking 2 weeks off during the Thanksgiving holiday break. On our Gantt chart to the right, it currently is showing the standard calendar. What's new here is that it now reflects the 2 days for Thanksgiving holiday from a Thursday to Friday, November 27 and 28. And if we scroll to the right in our Gantt chart, the days for Christmas and New Year's Day have also been marked with a vertical gray bar to show that it's a non-working day. Currently, our Gantt chart is showing the standard calendar, but let's say that we want to see Michael Scott's calendar where it shows his holidays and his paid time off. To view Michael's calendar in the Gantt chart, move your mouse to inside of the Gantt chart. Right-click your mouse and in the pop-up menu, select the option for non-working time. You'll see this new window called Timescale where you can change the calendar that appears inside your Gantt chart. Instead of standard, let's pick Michael and then click OK. And when we do that, we see Michael Scott's Thanksgiving PTO blocked in gray from Monday, November 24 to Friday, December 5. It's a little faint to see, but it's this grayish block in the middle of the Gantt chart. Let's go ahead and let's switch back our calendar inside the Gantt chart from Michael to standard. By the way, if you're loving the video so far and you haven't done so yet, then I invite you to download my free cheat sheet so you can learn how to use Microsoft Project and go from beginner to pro at alvinthepm.com/project guide. Now let's add in the paid time off for Dwight Schrute. So for our project, let's say that Dwight is taking paid time off during the entire Christmas week from December 22 through Friday, January 2. So let's go back and change our working time. In the drop-down menu in the calendar, let's select Dwight Schrute here, and we'll find in the interactive calendar, let's scroll until we find the month for December. Let's select the date for December 22, and then type into the first line in the exceptions panel, Dwight paid time off Christmas. After you type that in, press the enter key and you'll see the start and the finish dates auto-populate. We'll have to manually update the finish date so it says January 2. Click OK, and when you do that, you'll see that Dwight's task for finalized design gets pushed back to the start on Monday, January 5, after he comes back from his 2-week vacation. And you can verify this on your Gantt chart because you'll see a 2-week gap in the timeline where no work is being performed by Dwight. Very important thing to know because this already pushes back our project's finish date to February 6. Let's now add in the paid time off for Jim. So click on change working time at the top and let's switch the calendar to Jim Halpert. Inside the calendar, let's scroll down to the date for December 29. My friend, Jim will be taking Pam Beasley on a New Year vacation from December 29 to Friday, January 2. So let's add in a new line here for Jim paid time off New Year. Press enter and we'll have to manually change the finish date so it says January 2, and then we'll click OK. Luckily, his paid time off does not impact the project's work. His assigned task to build a platform, add the walls and the roof, along with completing the testing of the house, they don't really start until after Dwight Schrute completes his work with finalizing the design. So hey, we're all good here. Remember how I told you to keep a mental note that our project's initial planned finish date was January 9? Well, after we inputted our team's planned holidays, our project will more realistically complete on Friday, February 6, which is more than 1 month later. Can you believe it? So pro tip from me, before you present your final draft schedule to your team and to management about your project's planned finish dates, make sure to include all public and all federal holidays, and of course, any planned time off of your team into your schedule. Otherwise, management will think that your project will finish much earlier than expected. And I don't want you to be in that hot seat. So please drop me a comment down below. What questions do you have for me when it comes to using Microsoft Project? What area are you struggling with the most? Let me know down below, and as a token of my appreciation, I might plan to create a separate video addressing your question, and I'll even respond to your comment. If you want to learn how to update your project's progress in Microsoft Project, please watch this video next, and I'll see you in the next video.